Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. So, out of all people, this dude decided to give his opinion on this situation. At the end of the day, this is a dude who need to set certain things out. And if I was him, I would just disappear in obscurity and just leave certain things alone. This is one of these situations where you just shouldn't speak on. I know people gonna say he's entitled to his opinion, but based off what happened with him, there are some things you should sit out because this is still a situation where people blood boils when pertaining to this particular individual because a lot of people are still questioning, what happened 5 years ago. What was the true intent of this person? But nevertheless, Cal Rittenhouse, of all people, decided to compare his situation to Carmelo Anthony's, basically posting something on social media saying, what is the difference between what happened with me and Carmelo Anthony? Well, that's easy. You took a firearm across state lines that was purchased by your mother with the intent to harm people. And when something went down, you claimed self-defense. And according to reports, you plowed down like 4 people, but 2 of the people died. And, you know, unfortunately, according to what people were saying about you behind the scenes and some of the reports that came out, your true intent was to basically go looking with the intent to harm people that look like me. Now, of course, Kyle Rittenhouse did the typical song and dance, hey, I'm not a racist and all this kind of shit. But many people believe that he went down there looking for black people. Now, they did say that along the way, he ran into a group of heavily armed black people and he went another direction because he didn't want those kind of problems. But to make a long story short, there was an incident and he ended up firing his weapon. 4 people were harmed, at least according to reports, with the lives of 2 people being taken. And basically, he claimed self-defense. There was at least $2 million raised, basically on his behalf to get him proper representation. And he was eventually acquitted, pretty much. Not to mention that he had a lot of the weapon charges itself dropped, where he only was facing trial for murder. So basically, he had stuff going his favor anyway, based off how he looked. And it's funny how the law basically right to other people's face say, hey, we're going to do what we want pertaining to him. Now, here is a guy whose life got spared, who got to continue and move on with his life. But then you got Carmelo Anthony that looked like he was in a situation where he had to defend himself. And then you got people that want to do away with him. Carmelo Anthony went to a track meet. At the end of the day, whether he had a weapon on him or not remains irrelevant, because at the same time, there's pictures of the twins, one of them who was taken out by Carmelo Anthony. There's a couple of pictures of them holding firearms. That alone is cause for concern. But then everybody is talking about, why did he have a weapon? Well, Texas is an open carry state. That includes guns or knives. He was approached. Now, the stories are conflicting about what really happened, but he felt that he had to defend himself. See, that's the difference. Somebody approached him. You went somewhere with the intent. There's a difference between being approached and with the intent. You went there with the intent. You had a loaded firearm. So that's the difference. So, at the same time, he was trying to be coy with the situation. He was trying to be condescending. Trying to be, it was a backhand diss. So since you needed explanation with your white retarded ass, But then again, you might be slow. You look like you're kind of slow. So there's your answer. But since this guy has posted it, he's been getting cooked on social media. Dude, you should have sat this one out. Nobody wants to hear from you. You a dude that should just disappear and move on. You should stay clear away from social media because a lot of people haven't forgot what you did. Once again, what comes into question, what was your true intent and who were you really looking to harm? Who were you really looking for? So, with that being said, dude, shut the fuck up. Go away. Anyway, it's your boy Town. I'm out.